10 most powerful submarines in the world.
One. The Los Angeles-class Submarines, sometimes referred to as the 688 class or simply LA class, are perhaps one of the most prominent classes of nuclear-powered attack submarines and serve as the backbone of the United States Navy's submarine fleet. The Los Angeles class, with 42 submarines currently in operation and 20 retired, boasts a larger number of nuclear-powered submarines compared to other classes worldwide. Its predecessor is the Sturgeon-class, and the subsequent class is the Seawolf-class Submarine. With the exception of the USS Hyman G. Rickover SEN 709, all Los Angeles-class submarines are named after various towns and cities in the United States. The power of this submarine class ranks it as the 10th most powerful in the world. According to the U.S. Department of Defense, the maximum speed of the Los Angeles-class submarine is over 25 knots 29 mph, or 46 km/h, although the actual top speed is classified. Some assessments in publications indicate speeds of 30 to 33 knots as the maximum. In Tom Clancy's book, Submarine, A Guided Tour Inside a Nuclear Warship, the maximum speed of the Los Angeles-class submarine is estimated to be around 37 knots. The U.S. Navy states the maximum diving depth of the Los Angeles-class submarine is approximately 650 feet to 00 meters, while Patrick Tyler, in his book Running Critical, suggests its operational depth is a maximum of 950 feet to 90 meters. Although Tyler cites the 688 class design for this figure, the U.S. government has not commented. According to Jane's Fighting Ships, 2004 to 2005 edition, edited by Commodore Stephen Saunders of the Royal Navy, the submarines can dive to a maximum depth of 1,475 feet 450 meters.
2. The Rubis Glass submarines of France are among the first-generation nuclear-powered submarines. In the French Navy, the Rubis Glass submarine is currently the most compact attack submarine. It features a central computer system for submarine detection, data processing, and even target engagement. The Rubis Glass submarine's hull, made of 80 oz high-strength steel, while the conning tower and sonar dome are constructed using composite materials. Crew members are divided into two teams, blue and red, and they rotate every 3 months. The Rubis Glass submarine ranks 9th in the list of the world's most powerful submarines. Despite dominating similar generation classes like the Redoutable-class submarines, the Rubis Glass emerged as a result of President Charles de Gaulle's emphasis on acquiring a nuclear arsenal for France. The Rubis program began only in 1974. Following the start of ballistic missile submarine programs, the first Rubis Glass submarine hulls were designed in December 1976 and launched in 1979. The Rubis Glass submarines are equipped with a central computer system for submarine detection, data processing, and weapon firing. The submarine's hull is made of 80 oz high-strength steel, and the sonar dome and conning tower are constructed with composite materials. The submarines have to cruise blue and red with rotations every 3 months. The Rubis Glass submarines will be replaced by the second-generation Barracuda-class submarines. 3. Russia has produced and developed approximately 48 Victor III-class submarines for its naval forces in the past, and the Victor III-class submarines rank 8th among the world's most powerful submarines. These submarines are considered modernized versions of the Project 671 nuclear-powered attack submarines, with a distinctive teardrop-shaped passive sonar buoy at the end of the tail fin, positioned above the rudder, incorporating various new technologies. The Victor III-class submarines operate more quietly than their predecessors. Notably, they are considered equivalent to the U.S. Sturgeon-class submarines. These submarines are equipped with two 650mm torpedo tubes and are also used for launching anti-ship missiles. A PK-6 Vodopad a PK-7 Vita SSN-16 Stallion with a range of 100 kilometers, as well as 4 533mm torpedo tubes. For launching VA 111 Shkval torpedoes. This class of submarines ranks as the 8th most powerful in the world. The Project 671 RTMK Shuka submarines began serving in the Russian Navy in 1979, with 25 units built by 1991. The Victor III submarines have lower acoustic signatures. Compared to previous Soviet-era classes, they are equipped with 4 missile tubes, 4 SSN-1 or SSN-15 missiles, as well as 2 additional torpedo tubes, 4 SSN-16 missiles, or Type 65 torpedoes in total. The submarines can carry 24 torpedoes and missiles launched from torpedo tubes, or 36 torpedoes. The Victor III-class submarines have a small fin on the tail section. NATO initially speculated that it contained a silent propulsion system, possibly a hydromechanical drive. Another hypothesis was that it was a weapon system. It was later revealed to house a passive sonar array, which was also incorporated into the Sierra and Akula-class submarines in October 1983. The sonar array of K-324 became entangled with the towed array of the U.S. Navy's small destroyer, USS McCloy near Bermuda. 4. Sierra-class submarine, Russia. Next up is the Sierra-class submarine, developed and researched by the Soviet Union. It is believed that initially there were 4 Sierra-class submarines built, but only 2 were in service at the time. This is a nuclear-powered submarine with a hydrodynamic design similar to the Victor III-class submarine, notably featuring a teardrop-shaped passive sonar buoy at the end of the tail fin. Titanium was used in the construction of its hull instead of steel, enabling it to operate at depths of up to 600 meters. This submarine was once referred to as the national treasure of Russia. The Sierra-class submarine measures 14.2 meters in width and 110 meters in length. According to research, it displaces up to 9,100 tons when submerged. It is equipped with a 190 megawatts pressurized water nuclear reactor, and when submerged, it can reach speeds of approximately 30 knots. With 4 torpedo tubes of 650 mm and 4 torpedo tubes of 533 mm. It can launch anti-submarine missiles, a PK to Vyoga, and land attack missiles, a K-55, SSN-1 Samson, with a range of 45 kilometers, in addition to various torpedoes. 5. Trafalgar-class Submarine, UK. The Trafalgar-class submarines of the United Kingdom are also among the world's most powerful military submarines. It may come as a surprise that these nuclear-powered attack submarines have been in service with the Royal Navy since 1983. Out of the 7 newly produced submarines at the time, 4 are still in active service. HMS Trafalgar set a record by traveling continuously underwater for 66,000 kilometers during a voyage to Australia in 1993. The Trafalgar-class submarine is equipped with a Rolls-Royce PW-1 nuclear reactor, instead of using pump jet propulsion for smoother operations. This submarine employs a pump jet propulsion system. Its state-of-the-art 2076 multifunction sonar array is the main sensor on board. Often described as the most advanced sonar positioning system in the world, the Trafalgar-class submarine displaces 5,300 tons when submerged and can reach a maximum underwater speed of 32 knots. Furthermore, it is armed with 5 torpedo tubes of 533 mm, capable of carrying 30 torpedoes. Submarines of this class have operated in various locations, especially firing Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles in anger at targets during conflicts in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya. 3 of the Trafalgar-class submarines have participated in such operations, In 2001, Trafalgar participated in Operation Veritas, an attack on Al-Qaeda and the Taliban after the September 11th attacks in the United States, becoming the first Royal Navy submarine to launch Tomahawk cruise missiles. Against Afghanistan, in April 2003, HMS Turbulent returned home, flying the Jolly Roger after launching 30 Tomahawk cruise missiles during the invasion of Iraq. As part of the 2011 military intervention in Libya, HMS Triumph fired Tomahawk cruise missiles in anger 3 times, first on March 19th, then again on March 20th, and finally on March 24th. Her primary target was Libyan air defense facilities around the city of Sabha. 6. Type 093 Shanklas Submarine, Chinano. The next submarine is from which country? It's the Type 093 Shanklas Submarine from China. After deploying 5 Type 093 submarines, only 3 of the 8 submarines commissioned by the Chinese Navy are currently active, with unlimited range. This submarine can stay submerged for a maximum of 80 days and has a top speed of 35 knots when submerged. In addition, the Type 093 Shanklas Submarine is equipped with 6 torpedo tubes and YJ-8 to anti-ship missiles, making it a formidable underwater presence that worries the naval forces of several nations. Besides its weaponry, another notable aspect of the Shanklas submarine, its stealthy design. China's first nuclear-powered submarine, the Type 091, was truly outdated, lacking anti-surface weapons and operating with excessive noise levels. According to Asia Times, China currently operates 6 nuclear-powered attack submarines of the Type 093, also known as the Shanklas. At least 3 of these submarines are the recently built Type 093G version. The Type 093G version is equipped with vertical launch tubes and has the capability to launch supersonic anti-ship missiles YJ-18 and land attack missiles CJ-10, rivaling the firepower of the US Los Angeles-class submarines while maintaining a similarly quiet operational profile. According to analysts, the original Type 093 submarines have 6 torpedo tubes, with standard sizes of 533 mm or larger 650 mm. Thanks to its nuclear reactor, the Shang-class submarine has unlimited operational range, significantly improved hull strength to withstand pressures, and can reach speeds of up to 30 knots while submerged. According to Chinese media, the Type 093G version is equipped with vertical launch tubes, capable of carrying 12 anti-ship or land attack missiles. 7. Astute-class Submarine, UK. The Astute-class Submarine of the United Kingdom has been introduced by BAE Systems as the most advanced nuclear-powered attack submarine in the world. It is known to be one of the most expensive submarines globally, with production costs reaching £1.16 billion per vessel. Its hull is covered in 39,000 acoustic tiles for improved stealth, and experts have noted that the Astute-class creates less noise while in operation than a Dolphin.
The primary sensor on board is the multi-function 2076 sonar array system, considered the best sonar positioning system on any submarine today. Additionally, it is armed with 6 torpedo tubes of 533 mm, capable of carrying 38 torpedoes and Tomahawk cruise missiles.
The Astute-class submarine displaces 7,400 tons when submerged, and can reach a maximum submerged speed of 30 knots. This is truly a military submarine with remarkable capabilities. Astute is the Royal Navy's latest nuclear-powered attack submarine class, featuring new standards in weaponry, communication systems, and stealth. Built by BAE Systems submarines in Barrow-in-Furness, the Astute program began in February 1986 when the Ministry of Defence initiated studies to determine the capabilities and requirements for replacing the Swift Sewell and Trafalgar-class submarines in the Royal Navy's inventory. These studies, conducted during the Cold War, when the Royal Navy was heavily focused on anti-submarine warfare to counter the increasingly
sophisticated Soviet submarine force, concluded that the SS-20 project had to be a revolutionary design with significantly enhanced nuclear propulsion and firepower, along with an integrated sonar suite and more complex weapon systems.
8. Seawolf-class Submarine, USA, the United States. A global economic and military powerhouse, has another submarine on the list of the world's most powerful submarines, the Seawolf-class. It is known as a high-end variant of the Los Angeles-class submarines. However, due to its exorbitant cost, only 3 were constructed. The Seawolf-class submarines were built with the aim of countering the threat posed by Soviet Typhoon-class and Akula-class nuclear attack submarines. High-strength high-100 steel was used in constructing the hull, enabling the submarine to operate at depths of up to 500 meters. This submarine uses a pump jet propulsion system instead of a screw propeller, making it operate more quietly. Additionally, it is equipped with state-of-the-art electronics, making it a formidable underwater assassin, with a submerged displacement of 12,139 tons. It can reach a maximum underwater speed of 35 knots. This is truly a formidable weapon in the world. The Seawolf-class submarine is a fast-attack nuclear-powered submarine SSN, and the backbone of the United States Navy's submarine force. The development of Seawolf began in 1983, with a planned fleet of 29 submarines to be built over a 10-year period. However, this was later reduced to 12 submarines. The entire Seawolf-class program that time was estimated to cost up to $33.6 billion, an unacceptably high cost given the end of the Cold War, the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, and the diminished threat from equivalent advanced submarines. Ultimately, the program was capped at just 3 submarines, with a price tag of $7.3 billion. The U.S. Navy then went on to design the smaller and more affordable Virginia-class submarines as a replacement. The Seawolf-class submarines remain the most expensive class of submarines ever built, and the second most expensive type of submarine overall. 9. Akula TwoClass Submarine, Russia. Russia's Akula TwoClass Submarine ranks just behind the U.S. Virginia-class in terms of its extremely quiet operation, which has astonished NATO. This submarine features a hydrodynamic design similar to the Sierra II and Oscar II-class submarines, with a teardrop-shaped sonar buoy at the end of the tail. In 2012, it was reported in the media that an Akula II-class submarine was operating in the Gulf of Mexico without being detected, causing controversy in U.S. military circles. It is equipped with 4 torpedo tubes of 533 mm and an additional 4 torpedo tubes of 650 mm, carrying around 40 torpedoes and cruise missiles. This military submarine has a submerged displacement of up to 13,800 tons, a maximum submerged speed of 33 knots, and can operate underwater for up to 100 days depending on the crew supplies. The Project 941 Akula-class submarines are nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines deployed by the Soviet Union in the 1980s, with a maximum displacement of 26,000 tons. Project 941 is the largest class of submarines ever built. It can stay submerged for months without surfacing, and the crew can live comfortably on board. NATO referred to this type of submarine as Typhoon, possibly due to a 1974 speech by Leonid Brezhnev that described a new nuclear-powered submarine with ballistic missiles called Typhoon, essentially. These submarines were designed to move close to enemy borders to deploy ballistic missiles, although the missiles they carried had the range to be deployed while still moored in port. 10. VirginiaClass Submarine, USA. At the top of the list of the world's most powerful submarines is the VirginiaClass Submarine of the United States. This submarine is equipped with quantum light mast instead of traditional periscopes, making it the first in the world to do so. The Anibi VS-1, a pair of quantum light masts consisting of a high-resolution camera, capable of operating in low-light conditions, a laser rangefinder, and an infrared sensor, allows the submarine to continuously monitor real-time conditions while enhancing situational awareness. Virginia is controlled using fly-by-wire fiber optic technology through a control stick called Hoster, similar to flying a fighter jet. The multifunction bow sonar ABQ-Q10 is the submarine's primary sensor, and it's considered revolutionary in search and attack technology against underwater targets. Additionally, it is equipped with an S9G nuclear reactor providing power to the pump jet propulsion system, with a submerged displacement of 7,900 tons, a maximum submerged speed of 30 knots, and 12 vertical launch system VLS tubes, 4 Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles, plus 4 533mm torpedo tubes. It carries up to 27 torpedoes. These submarines represent the military strength of global superpowers. Their destructive capabilities are truly fearsome, capable of sinking aircraft carriers, devastating nations, and much more. Their power is indeed astonishing.